Oops. Which is right here. And here we have Violet as she is today. In her vehicle. That's a good shot of her there.
Okay. Excellent.
Yeah, it's quite a quick procedure. Literally just dropping it in. Because she's so simple, it attracts the eye a lot better because it's just nice clean lines and limited amount of but bright colors to really bring her out. So here's some final versions of some of the weapons we have. Here's a nasty chainsaw. And then we have a classic sledgehammer. It's commonly associated with cartoons. We have a freeze ray. So freezes the car into a cube. We have a grenade. And we have the classic axe. Here's some boxing gloves. I think we had a...
Into the screen at all for me.
You got it.
Anytime.
Okay. One of the things that's important for the way we developed our vehicles from the onset is that they are going to be destroyed many, many, many times, and we have to be aware of that, because when we built them, we need them to be built in the way that pieces of them can fly off. This tank is not the greatest example because it has a very strong main body part. But all these door pieces fly off independently. This top can fly off, and will, regularly. And all these pieces will fly off and they'll have smoke trails and cinder behind them. And it allows for us to blow up the cars, and we're actually using, we're not swapping out for cheaper versions of these pieces, these, all part of that same 5,000 poly vehicle. It's the same pieces blowing off. We're not cheating anywhere. And yeah, so everything's separate. Everything is separate and strung together and kept together using different techniques. So this allows us to even, I think the license plate, yeah, even the license plate is separate. It's not even attached to that fender, or the bumper, sorry. So it's important for us to have all these pieces separate, and they have to be stored in a certain manner.
Go ahead. Perfect. Good. Cool.
that we see in the game. What's that?
Can you throw that into wireframe?
Yep. I never see it in wireframe. You want to keep going? And then I'll set up, and this is the first bit of animation that she does when she goes up into the air. And you can see when I hide the bones that those yellow bones are actually moving her.
is it a disco just to watch chicks dance, just to get that movement?
Actually, I listened to an electronica album while doing this, and it just so.
Okay, hold it there.
A little too close on the camera there. After she's been animated and put together, and all her properties have been set up, and she's just ready to drive. As you can see in this environment, we have and its settings set up things like its ability to deform and how it squashes and stretches when it, say, turns, for example, or when it if it were to accelerate her brake. And so we aim to get that cartoon squash and stretch feel of the cars like bending as they go around corners. In addition, what we do is we add line work here, which is the silhouettes, which makes it look like an inked cartoon, and things like the speed lines, which are visible in game when the cars accelerate and when they corner, when they slide around.
So can we see?
Here's a wireframe image of the car as it deforms. For example, if it were going around a corner, and the inertial accelerations were pulling the center of mass outward, but the wheels were still clinging to the road here. You get that kind of deformation that's classic in cartoon settings. That sort of squash and stretch animation is very important aspect of cell animation, to kind of exaggerate the motion, to exaggerate the character's intentions while it moves, while it actuates through the environment.
So let's see a little bit more action on the wireframe.
Is this unique to Cel Damage only? Are there any other games that do this that you know?
And this is a unique technology that I've not seen done in other. So here's Violet as she drives around. You can see she's got her cages which represent the physical model and the deformations that she's undergoing. And for example, you can see on the cactuses, as I drive right over them, they deform and bend around. You can see the simulation that's taking place there. Get stuck into the portable hull. They get sucked up and sucked through.
Excellent. And cut.
Okay. Cel Damage is lighthearted and pure entertainment. It's a battle about smashing your opponents, destroying them with outrageous and totally exaggerated weapons. It's about doing stunts and maneuvers that are completely impossible in real life. It's about totally whacking and destroying your friends in 4-player split screen. In a traditional cartoon, the director is in control. The director calls the shots to make things happen. In Cel Damage, you are in control. You're the one who controls the cartoon, controls the character, and controls the action. Cartoons can flatten their opponents, smash them to bits, drive through walls, and slice opponents in half. And that's what Cel Damage is all about. We chose Cel Damage because the basis of what we're doing is bringing cell animation to life, and bring it to life in a very kinetic, damaging form. So Cel Damage is a very descriptive name of what it is. You take a cell, you combine it with a lot of action and a lot of damage, and that's Cel Damage. So the kinetics are what brings Cel Damage to life, what provides that kind of kinetic activity and dynamics that really makes Cel Damage fun to play. Cel Damage is just the fast-paced action and really a lot of fun. And a large part of that stems from the basis, so the motion, the animation, the gameplay. That all sits on top of the kinetics. The kinetics of cartoons, or cartoon physics, which is really distinctive and just a lot of fun, very lighthearted. The Xbox is a great platform. It's got a lot of power, it's got a lot of customizability, and it's very easy to work with. What the Xbox really does for game developers is it gives them the freedom to do whatever they want. And on Xbox, we have the power, the computational power, to actually create models and create simulations that depict exactly what we want to do, and give us the ability to make our game really distinct. Cel Damage is fully interactive. There's a lot of emergent behavior, mainly because the Xbox provides us with the power to create this behavior on the fly, in real time.